We are back talking about autism spectrum disorder and the experimental treatment magnetic resonance therapy, or MeRT for short. On our audience is Miriam, whose daughter went through this treatment. Miriam, what changes did you see in your daughter after MeRT?
At 4.5 years old, I was gonna throw in the towel. I was tired, I was frustrated, but we did the first day of treatment. I didn't see any change the first day. The second day of treatment, it was amazing. So the first thing we noticed was she was able to go in the car and not cry, which, just so you have an idea, we hadn't taken her out of the house unless it was for medical appointments for over 1.5 years. So when we were in the car and we stayed an hour away from the center, we were able to take her, and she didn't cry or hurt herself or scream. And I remember holding my breath. I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking at my husband. He's like, don't talk, just in case you startle her. Like, it was like, oh my God, is this really happening? So when we get there, my child walks up to the stairs. She goes, sits in the little chair she sat the day before, and she grabbed this, the coil that they use, and she put it on her head. She liked it. And she was able to stand that whole therapy session with other kids screaming or other parents walking around, phone calls, things that before she wasn't able to stand. So I said, okay, I'm staying no matter what, because to me, it was the first time my daughter was comfortable in her skin in many, many years. So that day we went back to where we were staying, and she came up to me. I was in the kitchen with my husband, and she came up to me with a little cup, and she said to me, dame más jugo, give me more juice. And those were the first words I had ever heard from my daughters.
Miriam, I just need to say really quickly, you may be nervous.
I'm very nervous.
But you just gave such a wonderful representation of what your daughter has had to go through and what you as a mother have gone through. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I want to just take a moment, because those were her first words.
First words.
And in my mind's eye, those aren't your first words unless you've been wanting to talk.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you know what
Yes.
you want to say, but you cannot
She knew the
say it.
words.
Yes,
And that's important for people watching. And I mean, for you as a mother, where then did she go after that point forward?
So a week later, another thing changed my life, right? So this is life-altering for me. A week later, my daughter finds out I'm her mother. Just like you're hearing it. She comes up to me and she says, upa, like that's our word for up. Right? So I carry her, and I'm like, oh my God, she's letting me touch her. And my daughter grabs my shoulders, and she parts me like this, and she shakes, and she goes, and then she hugs me. And then she parts my shoulders once again, and she goes, and then she kisses me. And I remember this day because it was the happiest day of my whole life. And my aunt said, oh my God, it looks like she's just getting to know you. For the first time, like, she's just getting to know me. She's born today. She knows I'm her mother today. And from that day on, she likes my heels. She likes my dresses. She likes my makeup. She's just a mama's girl now, as to before she had no idea.
But let me say something else. She wasn't born that day. She was born when she was born. You're right. Through the process, she knew she was loved. And so I want to say that to any parent out there who is in a situation that you were in. There's hope, right? And your story attests to that. And this is an anecdote. Look, in medicine, we always say, anecdotes are anecdotes, so anecdotes are not proof.